We searched for a man named Jim Sonnett. And the legends folks tell may be true. Most call him gunman and killer. He's my son, who I hardly knew. I raised Jim's boy from the cradle. Till the day he said to me, I have to go find my father. And I reckoned that's how it should be. So we ride, Jim's boy and me.
Hello, Grandpa.
Cherry wood. Must have been a fine table.
Feel kind of bad burning somebody's furniture.
Well, you reckon they felt good?
No, no, sir. Look, Grandpa.
Pilgrim's Progress, the Pathfinder. There's James Fenimore Cooper. Leastwise it was.
Here, hold these. Wonder who lived here, Grandpa?
Oh, young married folks, sure enough. Young when they come here, anyways.
It wouldn't set too well burning all you own just to keep warm. It's not all they left us, Grandpa.
Seen these before, Jeff.
In towns and way stations, but why here, Grandpa?
I don't know. Maybe they know James.
I just knew.
Well, there's no way to know tonight. Tomorrow, well, we're bound to know more tomorrow.
Grandpa? You ever see the like of that?
That's mahogany. They sure wouldn't bust that up for firewood. Oh, it's bound to be out of tune.
Don't dare to touch it again or I'll kill you.
Didn't mean no harm, ma'am.
Then stand aside. I'd use this, you know, I really would. If anyone damaged it, I'd...
Ma'am,
We just came on it a few minutes ago.
Well, we've come for it, Clay and I.
We used to live here. Ma and me and Pa.
We endured here. There was no living except for this. Now I've come back for it. I would have crawled back.
Ma'am. Do you know this man?
That's mine.
Why do you ask?
Because James Sonnett is my father.
And he's my son. Jeff and me have been looking for James for a long time now.
Jim was a friend about a year ago. He needed rest, and he stayed on to help Bert. Bert's my husband.
A whole year ago?
A while after that, Clay saw this picture of Jim in town. He had been such a good friend, we none of us could believe it.
Neither do we, ma'am.
I guess you could have it.
No, you keep it.
I guess I never said it's Emily Damon, Mr. Sonnett. This is my son, Clay.
Jeff,
Yes, sir?
we'll have to set hands on it to carry it out.
I had no idea that there were still gentlemen left in this wilderness.
Carrying out the shotgun, well, that's a woman's work. There. I'm gonna hope that holds.
I'm gonna hope that there critter holds up, too.
Pa says he's a good mule. He got us here, and it's away.
Clay, you know you're not to touch the reins.
Please, Ma.
I try to protect his hands as much as possible. I really hope he'll play well someday.
We'll ride along with you, Mrs. Damon. You ain't home free by a long sight.
I can't let you do that.
Well, you can't stop us, neither. You was kind to James, and that's all Jeff and me needs to know.
You lead out, Miss Damon.
Are you all right, Pa?
I'm always all right. I took it the storm kept you in town last night.
This is Mr. Sonnett, Bert.
Mr. Sonnett?
Howdy. This is my grandson, Jeff Sonnett.
Hello, Jeff.
Mr. Damon.
I guess I should have known.
You have your land, Bert. Hard and vicious land. Now I have what's mine, something fine and gentle.
We should be very happy.
The Sonnets have been very kind.
I'm much obliged. I'm no hand for refinements. Got a cabin to finish. Land to be worked. Emily, she's still living in the East.
She's a woman.
And maybe that's it.
We'll give you a hand with it.
Yeah, it won't get any lighter just sitting there.
I'd like it under the roof where it's protected, Bert. That's fine. I'll start to fix dinner now. You burn the best I can give you.
Thank you, ma'am. good soil.
Yeah, but it can't wait. I gotta turn it and plant it now and get a crop in before winter sets in hard.
You're gonna need a roof before winter, too.
We don't get that first crop, we don't need no roof.
Is it that bad?
We've been blown out, dried out, washed out. Snows too soon, frosts too quick. Last crop was growing and a grasshopper horde got it in one night. It's that bad.
Seems like the boy would be a big help.
I don't really have a son.
Whoa! How about a little help?
Oh, I can go alone.
Well, now, you got the mule here helping you. I'm just as good.
Sure wish I knew how.
Well, now, it's a little bit different there than piano playing. It takes steady hands.
Well, ain't just my ma won't let me work. Pa don't think I can. He won't let me watch and do.
Well, now, there are things to learn about plowing. Like clearing the field of rocks first. Come on.
If Pa would just show me. Let me work along with him. Wouldn't need help from strangers.
Now then. You don't want to scratch along on the top of the soil, but you want to turn it into deep furrows. And you want to keep them straight.
Straight and deep.
That's right.
Okay.
Now you set the plow, just so, and you hold it steady, just like this. Ah! Whoa, whoa. Now, you try.
Giddy up! I'm not as strong as you.
You will be. Firm up on those hands. That's the way.
I'm getting it now, ain't I?
Yep. You're plowing, Clay.
Yes, sir. Ho! Giddy up!
Hey, slow down. Well, now look, he was doing a good job
Until he wasn't.
Pa, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I can't fix that. No way to fix it. I sure can't afford a new one.
Now, look, you can blame me, Mr. Damon. I was just
I
showing...
was just trying to help, Pa.
I don't want your help. I can't afford your help.
Oh, please.
Go on into your ma. Your piano. I don't want the sight of you. All I need is that plow and some seed, a cow maybe. You stake me to that, and I'll make it sure this time.
You don't mention collateral.
My collateral's looking you straight in the eye.
You.
And every breath that's in me.
I believe that.
The man can't offer more than his chef.
You know how many lives are in this strong box? Good, strong, hard-working men like you, Mr. Damon. They had only themselves to offer me. I gambled on every one of them. And I lost.
But you won't lose with me. I know it. This time, it's my last chance.
It's good land. You come and see for yourself. And with Bert working good land...
Just the right amount of moisture, the right amount of sun. No early freezes, no drought. You know I can't bet on that.
My life, my land, it's not good enough for you.
I'm sorry. If he only had something tangible, something near the value of the loan.
Something like a piano?
How's that?
A piano? A mahogany piano that's worth the money?
Well, that's something. I know my wife and my daughter. Has he got one?
I think so, but I'll have to let you know.
You can't know what you're asking.
Well, the first thing is, I ain't asking. It ain't mine to ask.
Bert has failed out here. Now, why doesn't he admit it? I know he has worked hard. We both have, but there is no life here, and there's no way to make one.
Seems like he thinks there is. Jeff and him's out there cutting boards for the roof.
I won't give it up, Mr. Sonnett. It's the last remnant of beauty. I can't give it to Bert and see it just thrown away for another bitter year in this wilderness.
I'll take it now.
You don't let a man catch his breath.
I can't work my land. I can't plant it. I can't milk a cow I ain't got. I can do this. Only thing I can do.
Well, easy now, Mr. Damon. You'll make it all right. There you go.
And I will, too. I gotta be good at something.
Seen it coming, Mr. Damon. Wish I could have helped.
Em?
I'm right here, Bert.
My fault, Em. It's a fool thing. I was trying too hard.
Doesn't matter the fault. The important thing is you're here.
You're here, Em. I'm glad.
It's been a long time since you called me Em.
Been a long time since lots of things.
Has he talked to you?
More than a long, long time.
If we'd have sold it, Pa'd been plowing with a good plow. He wouldn't have drove himself near crazy.
Now, Clay,
I hate this piano. It's always made trouble for us.
it has, hasn't it, son? I never meant it to, but I know now that it has.
I'll sit up with Mr. Damon if you like.
I'll never leave his side, not ever now. I'd almost forgotten how much I love him. If the banker is still willing, Mr. Sonnett.
Yes, ma'am, I sure will.
Firm up your hands. steady.
Like this, Pa?
Just like that, son. Slow and steady. That's the way. That's fine, son, fine.
Just look at him. I never thought I'd see today.
I sure give something to work alongside my pa one day.
Lots of good things happening, Jeff. Might be that'll come true one day.
I hope so.
Might even be you get your Pa Annie back. Them working so good together.
Well, maybe. But just the sight of him, that's beauty enough. And we're beginning to be a family again, so that's music enough to last a lifetime.
With all my heart, I'm grateful, Lord, for the good things I can do, like raising Jeff and helping friends and giving thanks to you.